What's up everybody? So you're starting the game out and you're coming close to finishing your week 1. What's next? What does week 2 bring to the table? Now week 2 brings a lot of new ways to use your diamonds, but even though there's a lot of game modes that require them, there is a diamond spending event. So if you go up to your new server ceremony, and then you go over to the flash event, you're going to see the new server total recharge. Now the name of that is a little misleading. You don't actually have to recharge real money. This is just using diamonds within the event duration. You can see I've already started. In order to finish it, you have to use a total of 60,000 diamonds. You're going to be able to start getting a lot of those faction tickets, which is really nice. And you're also going to be able to get these sun and moon hero shards. And the nice thing is you actually get to choose which hero you want. I'm going to go over a few things here that's going to be popping up so you can plan ahead to maximize your resources, whether you're a free to play or a spender. Let's get it. So looking at the main screen here, you're going to see there's another 7-day target event. So you had your week 1, your first 7 days. Now you have your week 2, your next 7 days. Now the key difference here is the final reward is actually going to be a SSR Plus choice card. If you remember, your first week only had the SSR Plus hero Tamayo. So here you can choose between the SSR Plus Nezuko. Now I do have her 11 stars on my spender account, but I feel this hero is more of an early mid simply because I feel they get outshined by others based off the battle stats, whether in PvP or PvE. However, I did invest because the game was just throwing me copies. Still has decent AoE damage. Then if we go back, we can look at Tanjiro. Now Tanjiro puts up solid AoE DPS numbers from his ultimate right here, but the one that I really like is his execution burst, which is going to allow him to flash to an enemy when below 10% HP to try, as the name says, execute. Then if we go back here, we have, now I'm probably saying this name wrong, but I'm going to say Inosuke. Apologies if that's not how you say it, but I do have this hero on my free-to-play account. If we just quickly go out here and go to my roster, you can see I do have this hero right here at 11 stars. If we go back into the 7-day target, now this hero has solid AoE damage for basically a tank. If you look over at this skill, at level 2 you can see does apply a taunt to damaged enemies. And then this skill right here allows him to have a self-revive. He's been performing really well, a great solid frontliner. And then if we back out and we go into here, we have Zenitsu. Personally, I don't have really any experience with him. I honestly don't even see this hero invested too much from players that I come across. So if someone can leave a comment down below if you've invested into him, let me know the pros and cons, that would be really appreciated. And then the last hero you can choose from is yet another Tamayo copy. Awesome healing, I went over this before. I really like when healers have either a skill or passive that converts their overflow of heals to a shield. So you can see right here, when heal overflows, 50% of the overflow is converted to a shield. Just means that they're not wasting the heals and you can play on your auto battle. Even one copy, I find her healing is very good, and because of the resonance system, so if you go back out of here, you go to your butterfly house, right here, the resonance system. If you only have one copy, say a 5-star hero, you're able to improve that hero more because it's based off the lowest of your core 5. So you can see level 130 is my lowest. So even though this hero is 5 stars, which normally wouldn't go beyond 100, now it's level 130. Now my only concern is because this is week 2, I'm assuming the quests are going to be harder since they're improving on what week 1, such as if we go into the, the trial today, you can see train floor 400. It's just going to get higher, harder. So I'm a little concerned in that regard because week 1, my free to play had no problem reaching the final reward. So we're going to see how this one goes. Another key difference here is if we go over here to the diamond packs, instead of discounted advanced summons, which was like in week 1, they're now faction summons. So it might be wise to save up some diamonds because faction tickets are so important in this game, so you can exchange for those rare faction SSR Plus heroes, specifically the Sun and Moon faction. Going back to the main screen here, we do have this event called Evil Spirits Retreat. When you're doing damage on a wave here, I go into challenge. I'm going to put some heroes in here, deploy. Now I'm going to click on challenge. Basically, you're going to be doing damage in a wave format. You're going to accumulate up points for the leaderboard. So I'm going to let this play through. I'm just damaging enemies and then I'm going to come back when it's over. All right, so now we're back. I'm just going to back this out. And you can see on the side, it just shows some of the points that people were getting. I believe I did get 50 points for that. Now it's important to note that each challenge will slowly start to cost more of these flowers. So when you first start out, it's probably going to be 1, then it goes up to 2, 3, etc. You can see the drop list over here. I'm going to click on it. Basically, you're going to be getting a lot of hero shards for the hero Azaka. And then you're going to be getting these really important sun/moon hero shards. You need 50 of these to combine into either a SSR or SSR plus, so you're not guaranteed an SSR plus, which is unfortunate. Then you have all the other faction heroes. You have some 6-star food, which is really good because this is all factions. You can also use these for Sun and Moon. Same as these, you can use these for Sun and Moon faction. So when it says all, these are very important to keep on you, and I wouldn't use these on regular faction heroes. Then you can also get some diamonds with the really lucky chance of getting 18,888. You can also get almost 9,000 and almost 2,000 right here. You can go over here to the exorcism help. This is basically the event shop. There's going to be a daily limit of 5 buys for this 300 diamond pack. So you can get 6 flowers for each one. I am going to be buying this out as much as I can because I do like playing the gacha system. I'm really hoping to hit those low chance rewards. Most likely it won't happen, but I just like trying. So right now I'm going to buy out my last one, which is right here for 300 diamonds. And I'm going to show you what I mean by my luck. If I skip this, I should say at the corner, you can see Giraffecorner does 50. So I'm going to do that right here. I didn't get anything important. And then over here, I just hit 500 event points. So I was able to get some more flowers. So let's try again. I think I can do this 2 more times. Didn't get anything, unfortunately. Didn't get anything again. Backing out of here, we're going to go into the Wish Summon event. So right here, as you can see, they changed up the heroes. Before it was just Daki right here and then Rengoku. But now they also added in right here Azaka, and then also, what is this hero? Mitsuri. Don't know too much about this hero, but it looks to be like an assassin. And typically in games, I'm not really like an assassin go-to hero person. Another thing to note is the pity does carry over. So I know that I mentioned that earlier, but now this is just confirmation. These Wish Summon events, pity will carry over. As you can see, 32 times left for my pity. You start off at, I believe it's 60. Yeah, you start off at 60. So as you can see, it carries over. That's just something to know. So you can go over here to the Wish event shop, and then you can buy more of these tickets if you want. You don't have to use them right away. You can wait for the hero you want. That's going to show up in right here, the choice category. If we back out of here, there is a, what's this called? A pet tracking event, because I guess this game does have pets. Didn't expect that. However, because there are multiple events to spend your diamonds on, you are going to have to pick and choose what your current priority is. Is it going to be heroes? Is it going to be, I guess, now pets? Then there's exclusive weapons. Like, there's a lot of things to look into. If we look over at the event shop, you can see right here, there's 50 total buys at 700 diamonds just for one of these pet magic bottles, which is your summons. And I don't see a pity counter anywhere. This looks to be one of those summon events where you're just hoping to get something good out of the drop list. And as you can see, the drop list has a lot of stuff. And honestly, even looking at this legendary, not sure how you say that pet, the skill it actually brings isn't really that crazy because you can see it does give you HP in battle, and then it says when an enemy releases ultra damage, causes 2 of your random heroes to gain a temporary passive suppression buff, which means that no more than 15% of your max HP is taken from damage. So the problem here is that you can see only works 1 time in battle. I'm really not a fan of these kind of things, and because this drop list is so big, it's pretty pricey in diamonds. I'm honestly just going to skip this for now. Maybe when I get into like mid-late game, I'll start working towards pets. But as of right now, I'm prioritizing heroes. Going back to the main screen, if we look at the new server ceremony, clicking on this, and then we go over to rune appearance. And then there's also a super value shop here. Now, once you open this, you're going to see a lot of these items are very pricey for diamonds, even though they say they're at a big discount. But one of the ones that I'm really interested in is these breakthrough stones. I mentioned this in a previous video, but you're going to need a lot of these breakthrough stones. It's for your hero upgrades. And if you look at the price, it's 85% off. So 10,000 breakthrough stones for 3,000 diamonds. If we go back to the random shop, which is right here, this is going to be your most consistent way to get these breakthrough stones, but it's only at a 50% discount. So if we do some quick math here, basically, let me just open up the shop so you can see. Then we go over to here. Basically, it's going to cost you 5,000 diamonds at a 50% discount just to get the same amount of breakthrough stones seen here for 10,000. and it's only 3,000 diamonds. So you're going to save yourself 2,000 worth of diamonds, and you can also buy this up to 5 times. Then I'm looking at this 6-star hero food because once again, you can also use it for these Sun and Moon faction heroes. It is 8,000 diamonds though. And then you also have this legend gear box, really hard to get these, and it has nice set bonuses when you get a 2-piece activation. 9,000 diamonds though. So once again, it's going to come down priority. What does your account actually need? And finally, if we look at the main screen here, there's 2 different things. If you go into Infinity City, you actually have lots of battle modes right here that just opened up. And then if you go into limited time play, there's quite a number as well. So looking at the Infinity City battle, Max Duel is basically just going to be your multi-team PvP. And then you look at Battle Memories, which looks to be kind of like a story chapter playthrough. As you can see, challenge 1, 2, 3. This looks to be a consistent way to get breakthrough stones and also resources to upgrade your master. If I beat this stage, I'm going to get 450 breakthrough stones. And then you can see it just keeps going and going. So this is going to be a potential good place to get a lot of breakthrough stones. And you may not actually have to use a lot of diamonds for those 10,000 ones I showed you in the shop earlier. Then you have the Kazuki Challenge, which is quite interesting because this is going to be a multi-team setup game mode where each boss, you're going to set up a team and each boss has its own challenge chances. So you can see I can do this 3 times a day. I can do this boss 3 times a day. I already did it though. So this is pretty interesting. You're also going to be getting some more resources to upgrade your master. If we quickly look at the limited time, there is a lot of game modes, but they are locked. So this is content that's not out yet, but it does say stay tuned and that's pretty exciting. So all in all, if we back out here, week 2 is offering up quite a lot of stuff to keep me interested, a decent amount of content going. Just keep an eye on your diamonds though, because there's definitely lots of areas in this game that's going to require them. So try not to invest into too much stuff at once. As always, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.